This brief video will introduce the Assistive Technology Assessment and Intervention Assignment, and this assignment will provide you with practice using evidence-based tools in evaluating a client's need for assistive technology solutions to facilitate occupational performance and forming recommendations and interventions following the assistive technology service delivery process. Be sure to look at the PowerPoint presentation that's in this folder as well to prepare yourself for this assignment. You can review the ACOTE standards that will be addressed, as well as the student learning outcomes. And the skills that you should acquire with this assignment include evaluating a client's suitability and need for high and low tech assistive technologies, synthesize client information with assessment findings to create assistive technology recommendations to increase occupational performance, identify appropriate community resources related to assistive technology, the practice of fabricating low-tech assistive technology based on a client's needs, and educating client and family on the use of technology to enhance occupational performance. So the first task that you will be doing will be to look at your Blackboard resources to improve your knowledge about activity analysis and complete an activity analysis for the typical use of information and communication technologies. ICTs specifically that you're going to address in this assignment include a desktop or laptop computer, a keyboard, and a mouse. You and your group will choose one activity that you do on your computer every day that requires upper limb and hand use to fully complete the activity. Examples are online banking and bill paying, ordering items off of Amazon, navigating Blackboard, ordering food, or completing a computer leisure activity. Be creative and think about activities that you specifically want to do, need to do, or expected to do. And choose an activity or task that would significantly disrupt aspects of your life and not just feel like a minor inconvenience if you were not able to access your device and utilize the device fully. Consider all performance areas or skills, including motor and process skills, that the user needs at each step of the activity. The next thing you're going to do is read the case study and analyze and locate the human technology interfaces that need to be modified and adapted, and replace them with alternatives to allow for both access and full completion of the functional activity. Remember from the PowerPoint presentation that was the class preparatory task, accessing is only the first step. The actual outcome needs to be observed in order to assure that the assistive technology that you recommended or prescribed is a good match for the person. Access is only the first step, so keep that in mind. So you are going to then determine where the human technology interfaces are and analyze what the person will need. You're going to search for and identify both low and high-tech assistive technology solutions. Fabricate or simulate the low-tech option that will be a temporary solution that you identify for your client and attach a photo, and then provide a brief home program to assist family and caregivers with proper setup and use. And then you're going to locate an alternative funding source that will consider reimbursing the provider for the prescribed high-tech solution, and the justification letter with all the necessary information requested by the funding source will be attached to this assignment. This is the Assistive Technology Assessment Intervention Assignment template that you will be using. So you can see in task 1, you're going to complete your activity occupational performance analysis, and you're going to use columns 1, 2, and 3 to complete task 1. Remember the human activity assistive technology model that we went over in the PowerPoint presentation, as well as chapter 9 from the assistive technology book that I put in your week 12 folder. And you will look at the hot model activity output requirements at each step, considering communication, cognitive abilities, manipulation, and mobility needs at each step. In task 2, consider the following case. Your client has a diagnosis of ALS, and you will need to assess your client's ability to use the human technology interfaces at baseline and determine where the HTIs need to be either adapted, altered, or replaced. And you're going to identify those barriers and put them in column 4. Here is the ALS functional rating scale scores for the client that you're going to be assessing and providing services for. And then for task 3, you're going to search for and identify both low-tech and high-tech assistive technology solutions. And you can arrange your findings in this column here. Be sure to locate options that may be considered mainstream or commercially available or off the shelf, as well as high-tech or complex solutions. You will need to justify your decisions based on cost, ease of use, and reliability. Provide screenshots of your choices in the report. For the high-tech assistive technology solution, provide a description of the item or items and identify community resources or referrals that you will make in order to help your client gain access to the technology. Then consider how you, the OT, will train them on using the device with that particular occupation or activity. Include this training information in your narrative, and remember that the #1 reason for abandonment of assistive technology is limited to poor training, which does not support client learning competence in use of the tool, and that they don't realize the full potential of the technology that they're using. Include cost of solutions and any rules that surround obtaining the prescribed assistive technology. Then, for task 4, you will fabricate the low technology or mainstream option that is a temporary solution. And this is often something that we do as OTs because when we're looking at alternative funding sources for more permanent solutions, that takes time. So in the meantime, we don't want occupation to be disrupted to the point that they can't do anything at all. And even if it doesn't allow them full access, we want them to be able to participate. So think about how you can modify or adapt the environment and provide low tech or mainstream options that are readily available while your client is waiting for the more permanent solution. And then in task 5, you're going to locate the alternative funding source, and you will need to do some exploration. Look for resources that are local for the state of Kentucky, national funding sources that will consider either reimbursing the provider for the prescribed equipment, or there might be an option for a loan closet item that can be rented or even just utilized until it's no longer needed. So consider all of these options, and then you're going to create that funding letter. That's the justification, as well as provide information about the resource that you locate. Please reach out to your instructors if you have any questions.